Hi, welcome back. This is a bit of a break from the stuff on the K100RS because when I had a little spill, I needed to get some more parts in. What I have done over Christmas is I bought myself some presents for the Boxer. The first of which is this handlebar conversion kit. Now, I know there are other ways of doing this, but when I was looking for them, I went on eBay looking for a R1100 GS top yoke and clamp so I could fit those handlebars. They were like gold dust, 180 quid, 200 quid, and they were just for the top clamp. Now, that was fine, but you know, it's secondhand parts. It was about the same price. And then I found these. These are ABM from Germany. They're clamp-on clamps, so this goes on top here in place of the existing handlebars, and the handlebars clamp onto this. Now this should be a straight clamp-on part, which only requires me taking off these grips and switchgear and mounting them to these bars, which are correct for BMW, so they have the threaded input there. They also have the hole for the heated grips, and that leads me to my problem. Because I have heated grips, I've got to take off the tank so I can get to the heated grip wiring, so I can disconnect the heated grips, disconnect all of this, and then do the handlebar swap. So first thing I'm going to do is figure out how these switchgear come off so I can get them off, and then I'll go underneath the tank and get that disconnected and start from there. So what I'll do is I'm not going to bother showing me investigating. I'll just update you once I get to that point, hopefully before the rain comes in, because I chose a really bad day to do this. All right, thanks very much. See you in a bit. Okay, to take the left side off, there is a screw underneath here which mounts in, and then from this side around here, as I rotate this, that hex bolt that gives you the clamp to rotate. Then if you've got heater grips like me, let me just put this out of the way so you can see. There is a screw hole there, which lines up at the top, and also one underneath. That gives this all that free movement. So now that should all come off as one or two pieces of assembly. Moving on then to this side. This side's much the same. You remove this screw underneath here, which reveals this Allen head bolt, which if you undo, allows this whole assembly to switch and move. Which means I should be able to now disconnect the rest of the handlebars and just slide everything off. I think. Yeah, slide everything off and then slide it back on to the new handlebar setup. Once I remove the tank, so I can disconnect the heated grip wiring. So let's go on to remove the tank. So I've been chasing the wires down through the headstock, come round, and this is the connector underneath the tank for the heated grips. One to each side. Now, unfortunately, I'm about to find out if I can depin this socket. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do what they did, which is heat shrink and cut the connectors. So I'll figure out if I can depin the socket first. I actually managed to depin these. You can see on this side, because there's this tiny little nub on that side. So if you push that down with something sharp in that groove, you can then put enough pressure just to lever it out. So it comes out nice and quickly. Okay, what you then do is you push up, and you want to push through this hole at the same time as pulling out of here, because you can't remove the whole grip. So it's a very much a push and little pull, push, little pull to kind of feed it through. Now all I've got to do is take off these bars, slide that off, slide it onto the new bars, and then clamping, I think. Okay, you can now see I've got the bars in place. I had to reuse the bolts here because this obviously holds, it's a longer bolt that goes through with a nut cap on the end that holds on my tack. There should be also one for this side to hold the clock, but I don't have that clock working, so I've taken it off. This bolts on really easily. The bars just slide on, but what you see is I haven't got the heated grips threaded through yet, and there's some string, which comes through here. What I've done is while the bars were off, I threaded through a string while it was easy and I could manipulate. So I can tie one end of the string to the heated grips, so I could basically pull them through to get to this point and then pull them out. I'm hoping this is going to make it easier. Once that's done, I can then get the position right, replug everything in. So let's see how much I struggle trying to get them threaded through. I don't know quite how to describe it, but that just worked really well. Being able to push from one side, pull from the other with that came straight out. Less faffing than I imagined. So what I'm going to do now is mount the bars correctly, get the handlebars all connected up, then wire everything in. So that's everything reconnected back up. Things to note. Threading through was a really good idea. I'm really pleased. Everything went back together great. Repinning was working really well down here, so it's worth learning how to repin or depin stuff. It's just basically a fine screwdriver, just shoved down, allows you to depin it. Much better than what the previous guy did. I've discovered I've got a crap ton of wiring back there that isn't right, so that needs sorting at some point. But the bars give a lovely sweep, and I'll actually bring you around in a second so you can see that. The main reason was I didn't like these bars because, one, they had a chunk taken out of them, and two, I like the aesthetic of these bars better, and it also gives me somewhere to mount a quad lock to. So these are now junk and can be thrown away, mainly because someone took a grinder to them for some reason. But this ABM kit fits really well. I think all in all, if you weren't me and a bit of a dumbass with the why the bike didn't restart, because I'd rechecked everything, couldn't figure out why it wasn't turning over. It's because I left the side stand down when I put it up on the centre stand. Bit stupid. But now I like the wider bars. I love the look. I'm really happy with the look. And that's pretty much it. So let's show you what I've got. As we come round, it's just a much more classic bike look now. And I think I like the position better. I think it's just a nicer looking setup. So as you come around from the cockpit, you can see here, this is just a good, clean, standard bar setup. So that's it. For now, I'm going to say goodbye here. I need to charge this bike's battery because I've not ridden it for a little while because I've hurt my wrist. But hopefully I'll have this on the road and I'll let you know how it feels when you actually ride it. All right, thanks very much. Any questions or suggestions, let me know. Cheers.